Alright, so for our second Python program, we had to make a UDP Pinger client with the UDP Pinger server that we were provided with. This is the UDP Pinger server that the project provided us with, and what we had to do was make a client as shown here. We had to make a client ping the network up to 10 times and receive, have it come back, and to see if it comes back. And what we had to do was get the client to wait up to 1 second for the reply, and if the reply was not received within 1 second, our client program should assume that the packet was lost during the transmission across the network, and for it determined if it was lost, we had to, when a packet comes in, and if a randomized integer was greater than or equal to, in our server, if it was greater than or equal to 4, then greater than or equal to 4, then the server simply capitalizes the encapsulated data and sends it back to the client, so it shows that it successfully pinged it and it didn't time out. But if it was less than 4, then it would simply show a your connection has timed out. And through the whole thing, we had to see that the server, a server sits in an infinite loop listening for an incoming UDP packet. So we had to run it at least 10 times. We had to make a counter for 10 times to just run it just 10 times, or it'll just keep on running and running and running and go into an infinite loop. So in order to run it, I had to run the server in external run. Then we go over to the client and we run it in the client. Give it a second, and then I'm just gonna make this bigger. Ran all times. You can see the ping worked the first time. Oh wow, surprisingly it worked every time. That did not happen to me before. I ran it a couple times before, and I got at least 4 or 5 times the connection timed out, but apparently this time it looks like it ran all times perfectly fine and there was no timeout. As you can see, it pinged it the first time and it came back. Eclipse time is in microseconds. It ran through all 10 times and then it ended. So that was my UDP Pinger client and server. Thank you.